of accidents. And why the accidents happen? As we know, if we are careless on the road, if we are careless in the classroom, if we are not enough cautious in the home, then there will be some accident. So what is the basic thing and what is the origin, or you can say what are the basis of the accident? That is the carelessness. So if we are not enough careful, if we are careless, then there will be accident will occur anywhere, anytime, any place. Okay. So we have to be always very careful about it, so that nothing happen us on the road, in the school, in the playground. There are so many places we can get the accident. So ever alert, never alert. That means the person who is always cautious, the person who is always very careful, that person never get any kind of accident. Okay. If the accident happens, that will be for the fatal, not for their own fault. So we should be careful about from our side, so that we will become safe in our side. Now I'll take few of the things or few of the rules just like this. Do not use blade to sharpen pencils. As we use the blade to sharpen the pencil, that means we are using something sharp, means it can cut our finger, it can cut our any body organ. So it is very it is not safe to use this blade. So what we have to use, we can use the pencil sharpener, that is more safe. Okay. Next rule is given here. Do not keep sharp edged things in your bag or the pencil box. Suppose you are keeping any sharp things like knife, like paper cutter, you are keeping inside the bag, it can cut your bag. As well as when you are taking out something from your bag, maybe it will cut your finger and there will be wound of your body part. And another thing, you are keeping in the pencil box and carelessly you are just taking out any pencil or anything from the pencil box, and if it is open, left open in the pencil box, it may cause the injury. So it should not be inside our bag. We have to don't use any kind of sharp edged thing inside your bag as well as pencil box. Next one is, do not throw books or dusters on each other. Sometimes it happens now when you are in a fighting mood, when you are playing in the class, you are just throwing duster and other things on each other. So it is not safe, because dusters maybe the duster fly over and hit the person, another person, and it may cause a injury or a good type of wound. So it is also very dangerous, because this type of dust particle, if it stick to your skin, it may causes the tetanus. So any rusting thing, any dust particle if go in your open wood, it may cause the fatal, or it may cause a very serious type of coincidences. So we have to be careful about them. Next one is, do not climb on the shelves. So shelves are not every time they are not so heavy that they can load us or they can take our weight. So sometimes it happens when you are trying to reach somewhere in the upside, you are just trying to climb on the shelves, and that may be in a shallow shelf, or that shelf is cannot balance your weight and it may fall down, and along with the shelf you may also fall down and get injuries. So it is also not safe. And do not run down in the staircase. Suppose you are in a hurry and you are coming down from the staircase, maybe there is some water and maybe you did not measure that there is one more step and you just jumped over that, and that time your leg may skid on the staircase and you may fall down on the floor. And when you are coming from such a height on the floor, that time maybe you get injuries, and maybe you will become uncautious, and maybe there will be head injury, because floors are generally cemented and they may cause a good amount of injuries. So you should have to be alert about these things. Do not run on the staircases. And next is, do not leave toy on the floor. When you are leaving toys on the floor, maybe there is a wheel car, and there are Hot Wheel cars are very small, so sometimes we are just ignored to see them, and maybe we are unable to see such small things, and we are running over in the room or in your room. Maybe you are going somewhere and you did notice, and your maybe your this leg just fall on the Hot Wheel car or some another kind of sharp toys. So any kind of accident, maybe you will skid over it, maybe you will fall over it, maybe this type of toy may trip you and you can fall on the surface. So these all are the problems you can face while you are scattering your toys on the floor. And the next one is do not jump on the benches. As we know, the bench side of the benches are very sharp and these are actually edges. So these edges are not so good and may be hurt us. Sometimes we moving from the benches and it hurt us, no, and it gives a lot of pain. And if you are jumping on the benches, maybe it fall over on you, maybe it just roll down on you, and maybe you get some injuries from the edges or from the side of this kind of desk. So these all are very dangerous for you. So you should have to be careful about it. Another one, in the playground, sometimes you love to pushing each other, isn't it? It is a fun, or you think that it is a fun, it is a type of game, but actually it is not any kind of game. It is a type of act which may cause injuries to you, or it may cause the severe type of accident. Suppose you have all of a sudden you have pushed somebody and that body or that person is maybe not aware of it and he may be standing very carelessly and very loosely, so he may fall down, maybe the headlong he will fall down and maybe his head get injuries. And we know head injuries are actually very serious kind of injuries. So we should be careful about this type of injuries. So don't push, don't pull anybody, even somebody sitting on the swing and you just go and push that person. So he may fall from the swing. So these all actions, these all activities actually not good, and we have to be keep ourselves away from these kind of activities, and we should at least think about it that these type of activities are not good. So we should be careful about all these type of activities. Next one is don't put your fingers in the socket of the electricity and don't touch any electrical wire, any electrical switches when your hand is wet. It is also a kind of bad act and you may get the electrical shock. Next one, do not get in and out from a moving bus, because when a bus is moving, that means your body is moving along with the bus, and all of you have jumped from the moving bus maybe, and all of a sudden your body will get stopped. So what will happen? Your whole body is in the move, but your leg gets stopped with the when you are jumping from moving bus to the surface of the floor. So that time as your body is in the moving motion, your body will fall down. So it is also very bad kind of act. Usually few boys I have seen, they do these type of activities. This is not good for you, okay, because it needs some expertise. If an expert person will jump from a moving train or a moving bus, that time he will run with the just after jumping he has to be run. But as we are the normal and the casual persons, we do not run, and we got some these type of injuries. Okay, now next one is if you are moving from a bus, do not lean out your body organs or the body parts from the window, out from the door, because suppose you are peeping something out of the window, that time maybe your head, there is some pole, there is some vehicle is coming towards you, it can mesh your head. And sometimes we are just putting out our hands and any body part out of the window, and any kind of pole or any kind of vehicle may cause a great injury to your any kind of body part. So we have to be careful about our body parts, and we have to be careful about this type of activity. And the last one is very, very important. Do not disturb your driver, because the driver has to be very alert, he has to be very cautious, and he has to be very attentive when he is moving with the bus or when he is driving the bus. But if he started to talk with you, if he distracted by your voice, if he become distracted by something else, then maybe any kind of accident can occur. and this kind of accident is definitely a very bad kind of accident, and the whole persons who are sitting inside the bus, they all get injured. Okay, so these type of injuries are actually. Now next one is, do not play any kind of rough game. So we don't have to play any kind of rough games, because rough games are actually a type of game where we are pushing, pulling, and type of injuries can occur in our rough games. Now we have to see what are the sign, and we have to follow the road sign. These road signs are called actually traffic signs, and these traffic signs we have to follow. Safety on the road has become more important than ever, because nowadays number of vehicles are increasing day by day. Being careless on the road, we can cause serious accident, and all should follow the safety rule. So we have to follow the safety rules, and the sign of the roads are called the traffic sign. So we should have to follow the traffic sign. There are different kinds of traffic sign. You should have to follow this sign. So look at the board. There are traffic signs like this sign is, we have to follow all these signs, because we can see the traffic sign on the on the road. So first one is, this sign is one way. Okay, when this sign is given, that means you have to move only from one side of the road, because sometimes you have seen the roads are being divided into two parts. One is the left side and another is the right side. One is for going from that road to another side, and another side of the road is meant to come inside. Okay, so there are the two, and this sign actually given for the one way, or you can move only the only within one side of the road. So if this sign is given, so you don't merge your vehicle within the roads, you have to move within one lane, and you have to move in a one side of the road. Now this type of sign is, if it is given, and you see the board that this U arrow is given here and it is being cut down, that means there is no U-turn. You cannot take, you cannot, and the end of the road, you cannot move and take the U-turn. There is no U-turn, that means you have to move only straight forward, don't take the U-turns, any U-turns. Okay, so this sign is for the no U-turn. Now we'll move towards this. So this is a horn, or a one kind of musical instrument called the trumpet is being made here, and this is cut. That means there is no horn. No horn areas are actually the areas where the schools are ahead, or the hospitals are there. Maybe some exam is going on that part. So that is the silent zone. If this within this silent zone, we just pick the horns and we just blow the horns, that will create a noise, and that will disturb the persons who are giving the exams and who are the patients. So we have to careful about this sign, and don't blow your horns, and be careful about the horns. Now this is the zebra crossing, and where there are so many lines are being drawn and a person is going, that means zebra crossing. And if the P is cut down, that means there you cannot park your vehicle, that is the no parking zone. And one arrow is given here and it is been cut, so it is no entry. You cannot enter inside the road because maybe some construction work is going on. So you have to be careful. Now the rest one is, this is no pedestrian. Some roads are there where no one can walk, because those roads are very busy road and only vehicles can move on that road. So there is given no pedestrian, that means no one can walk on that road, or the beside of the road, or on the side of the road. So this is a no pedestrian zone, and this is no left turn. Some roads are there where maybe there in the left side some work is going on, there is some problem, so it is given, so you will not move towards your left, and there is no right side, that means you cannot move towards your right side. And this one everybody know, this is the speed limit. So learn all these signs. In my next class I will proceed the different kinds of accidents and their precautions. Okay, Till that, goodbye, and follow our e-portal and all the answers, whatever I am giving in the homework, please submit it to me. Okay? Goodbye.